What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be pulling this brake lever off, pulling this handlebar end off, replacing the handlebar end, and having a look at the master, just making sure the piston's moving how it's meant to. Also, I'm going to have a look at the brake calipers, make sure the pistons and the brake calipers are working fine. Replacing the front guard. I'll show you guys what parts have finally shown up. I have a tail light assembly, so this is the old one. It was only the end, and as you can see they're removable, but I ended up getting a whole new tail light assembly because why not. Also, here is my handlebar end, so obviously we're replacing that. We have a brand new battery in the box, so we'll replace the battery. Also an oil filter, and I have oils, just not on the bench. So what we can do now is just start pulling this headset off here, and we'll replace this handlebar end first because that's easiest to get to, and then we can jack the bike up and get the front wheel off and go through the brake system. So you can see the handlebars not even bent, it's completely straight. It's just the end here. It's a shame. But anyway, I'm peace of mind changing it. I guess it looks a little bit bent in camera, but when you look at it with my eyes, it doesn't look so bent. So anyway, we'll change that over, and now I've got this apart, I can have a little look in there, and then we'll jack it up. Not the easiest bike to jack up, but I have to get it up because I have to change this guard anyway. So we'll pull that front wheel off, re-grease everything, and put it back together. Looking at the cylinder here, you can feel it in there. Well, you can't, but I can. It's 100% free in there, so that's sliding exactly how it's meant to. So I'll show you guys what I think the issue is, or was, with this brake. Is, if you see here, this is the old brake lever. You can adjust this, so you can see this is actually adjustable. You can adjust this in and out with that. Well, what's happened is this has been adjusted too far in when it's cold, and then when the bike gets warm and the fluid starts to expand, it's pushing up against here, and it's actually jamming the brake on just a tiny bit, enough for it to start getting hot and locking the front disc up. So in my personal opinion, the reason why the front brake jammed in the first place is because it was adjusted incorrectly. So anyway, I'll still take the calipers off, have a look at the pistons in them, and just re-bleed the system. But yeah, like I'm saying, this inside this master here, it's moving perfectly fine. So it's quite a common thing for people to do, is just adjust the brake system wrong. So we'll throw it all back together. We now have a new handlebar end on here. Also, we have a new brake lever. I've checked out the piston in there, it's moving freely, so that's good. I've put the headset back on, and also the steering dampener. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be pulling off the front wheel, putting the new guard on, and start fitting the front end and putting the bike back together so it's looking more like a bike. So just gone through and inspected these brake calipers. I've moved the piston in and out. See, it's made a bit of a mess, but I moved the pistons in, I moved the pistons out, and then I also move them in and out under their own force. They're not leaking at all, and also they're moving freely. So all I can really do now is put it back together, bleed the brakes, and check they're all working fine. What I'm going to do now is throw the other guard on and also put it all back together. The rotors on the wheel, as you can see, are actually in alright condition, so I'm not going to bother touching anything else there. I'll just put it back together and like I say, rebleed the system. To me, the brake calipers look fine, and also the brake master is moving freely. Everything's moving freely and nothing's leaking, so I don't know what else I can do apart from rebleed it, readjust it, and hopefully it all works out. But yeah, let's carry on. So it's free as it's going to get. Yeah, so I'm happy with that, but I'm going to have to take it for a ride and just give them a little adjustment. And it's gone on a ride, so throw this battery in now and fire her up with this new battery. So these batteries sit on an angle, and as you can see, those nuts on the inside just slide around. So what I've done is I've just cable tied to hold it there while I put it in. So anyway, let's get back to it. Whoops, gas on the exhaust, it's not ideal, guys. Mirrors are all on, the cockpit panel's all put on. As you can see, I've gone with the tinted visor. It does have this visor here, which is a clear one that's on the original, but I like the tinted one better, so that's what I'm going to be running. Mounting these mirrors is a little bit of a headache, to be honest, because they go into these two clips and then it has a bolt. Well, this one didn't have the bolt mount, so I had to just make something so it would pull it on, because otherwise the panel sort of sits out, so it holds it all together. You also have these bolts, one each side there, so that's pretty cool. And I've used that heat shield, so I've stuck it on to this lower panel that sits next to the engine, so that should help with I don't know, making the paint last a bit longer and not letting so much heat into the plastic. Here you have the last piece of the puzzle. So just put this little tab there, just riveted it in. It's got a thread, so put this on and I could put the fairing on and get her outside, have a look. Here we have the finished product. Man, it's come out pretty good in my opinion. yeah, so it's come out pretty nice. Definitely like the black and red. It's all black in there. Yeah, as you can see, I painted quite a bit of it black. It's come out pretty good. But anyway, catch you guys in the next one.